What's up, YouTube? So today I would like to go over a common issue with these TFI modules, and that is heat. Now these engines get very hot, and I feel like these modules are in such a bad spot. You got your exhaust on the sides, and then when the fan's blowing, it's just blowing nothing but hot air. And in some cases, you know, if it gets too hot, these modules are going to fail on you, and it's going to leave you stuck on the side of the road. So either you got to wait till your car cools down and it might start, or if it keeps overheating, that could cause a lot of damage to these modules, and there's a way to fix that. So here's a kit from FatFoxx. You can go under their website at fatfoxx.com, and that's with 2 X's. You pick up this kit for about 85 bucks, and also you get them on LMR for the same price. And basically you're going to take off the module and you're going to put it on this bracket here. So it's just basically a relocation kit. I've only seen like 2, maybe 3 videos on this. I've seen a guy, he mounted his inside the fender, on the passenger side fender, right where the air box is, where the air filter. Now in the instructions, if you can see this little bolt hole right here, that's where it's supposed to mount up. The goal is to get it out of the engine bay. You can mount it anywhere you really want to, but I'm just going to go, you know, follow these instructions and just going to mount it right where that bolt is. So it's going to sit right here, which is a good idea because you're going to get plenty of airflow, and it's going to be away from all the heat. Alright, so in this kit you have the bracket where you're going to mount your module. You have this got a long wire here. So now when you take off the module, now there's 2 sides. Obviously you can see there's red, black, and blue, and same on this side. Now the one with the ground wire, this is going to mount on the distributor side. So this is going to hook up to your distributor side, and this is going to go to your module. Got the instructions here. Now these wires give you extra length for your module harness, which I already got mine in the back, so I'm getting ready to take mine out. Depending on your setup, some people have to take their intake manifolds off to get access. I think I might be able to slide mine out through the back there. So I'm hoping I don't have to take off my upper intake manifold. The kit also comes with heat shrink, some zip ties, and they got the spade connectors. So for the distributor, this is going to go hook up to your distributor. That's going to be the male connectors, and then the female spade connectors are going to go on this side, which is going to hook up to your module. I'm going to get this all set up here, putting the connectors on the ends, and I'll show you what I got. Stay tuned. So these wires are going to give you the extra length that you need for the harness that plugs in to your module. And these are all color coded. So I mean, of course we gotta do some cutting and splicing here to give it that extra length so it could loop all the way around to the front here. I'm probably gonna end up soldering mine. Whatever's easiest for you guys. You could solder your connections, or, you know, crimp them. So whatever works for you guys. So I'm gonna show you what I've done so far. And I got my connectors on. This is the module side, so you can see the female connectors are on. And this is going to go to your distributor, and that's the male connectors. I'm going to hold off on the ground for now. I might have to cut the length. So the next step is to take out the distributor so I could get this all hooked up. Comes with the zip tie, so you're definitely going to use this. And you got different fasteners, or these bolts here. I don't know what kind of bolts you call these, but this is going to go for your zip tie. And I'll show you in a minute once I get everything all mounted up here. And then this is going to be for your ground. Then you got another bigger bolt here. This is going to this is to mount your bracket. The distributor out, and I got very lucky. I did not have to take the upper intake manifold off, so I just snaked it out through the back there. And if you guys noticed, I have a Holley Terminator X. So I untangled the wires. This is what plugs into the module. I have the extension from Holley, so I don't need to do any cutting and splicing, which is a good thing. And it's definitely long enough to reach up in the front here. Now, if you guys are running the stock harness, you will need to cut and splice to give it that extra length so it can make it to the front of your car. If you have a Holley Terminator X, you're in luck. So that saves me a lot of time. So once I hook up the extension to this, it's going to make it all the way to the front. Alright, so I got everything on the workbench here. I have an aftermarket distributor. So I just had, in order to get my module off, I just got regular Phillips heads. And again, if you have a stock distributor, you're going to need the special tool here to take off your module. Alright, so you're going to clean off all the old grease that's on there. Got the module off. And like I said, on the female side here, this is going to go connect to these pins up on the module. And then the male side is going to hook right up in there on your distributor. And oh, also guys, when you take out your distributor, make sure you mark your location for your rotor. So I just put a piece of tape on mine so I don't have to, you know, mark it all up. So alright, so I got the module mounted to the bracket here. If you look on the bottom here, everything's labeled. So black, red, and blue, you know what goes where. Now on the distributor, and if you were to put the module in, so you got black, red, and blue, and then your ground. And like I was saying, you got the two small screws, so the flat one, the small flat one, is going to be for your ground, and the one that's rounded off is for your zip tie. So that's going to hold that in place. Yep, so we're ready to put the distributor back in, and going to mount the bracket. And it's just a matter of running the wires to the module, and that should be it. Alright, so I got the distributor back in, and you can see the bracket. Everything's all plugged up. And I did not have to take the upper intake manifold off. So I just routed it right through the back, and I came right down through here, right where this existing hole is. And the plug just fits perfectly. Took off the splash shield. And I'm hoping I don't have any clearance issues with this when I put the splash shield back on. But guys, this is just long enough. You see, it makes it perfect. Got it over the filter and around to where the bracket's at. Alright, let's get everything back on. Alright, so when putting the splash shield in, you're gonna have to notch this out. Get a grinder and you can notch that out and just tuck that right up in there. And then the splash shield cover the rest. But I was having clearance issues when this notch wasn't there. It's just kind of bulging out. So you're gonna have to make a little notch, and then that'll fit just perfectly. Alright, let's get everything back together here. Alright, everything seems to clear pretty good. Got the splash shield back up, good to go. Got the wires all tidied up here. Man, that looks really nice actually. I think this came out great. Now the only wire I had to extend, because I have an MSD ignition, was the white wire. I guess it's like called the points wire or whatever for MSD ignition. But other than that, guys, she's all done. Looks really good. Now I'm surprised some of these guys that, you know, run turbos and superchargers don't have something like this, you know, to keep these modules cool, because these engines get very hot. Alright, so that completes the install. Now I would like to fire this up for you guys, but this is a brand new motor and there's a few things that I need to tidy up before I fire this thing up. So alright guys, hopefully this helps some of you guys out, and I will see you on the next one.